Never give in. Rise above it. Keep the faith and believe in what is right. God bless you.
Praise the Lord. There's only one in the world. There's only one in America. There's only one in Michigan. There's only one in Detroit. And that's Miss Aretha Franklin.
Good afternoon, everyone. Giving honor to God always. Pastor Ellis, Dr. Young, the Young family, Juanita, Bernice Carter, Dr. Young, Claudia. I'm honored today to sing for such a great man, of whom I had a great appreciation, a great respect, and a great fondness for. I used to kid him by calling him Your Henri. I'd say, "Good morning, Your Henri," and that would just crack him up. But I'm going to ask that you all pray with me now as we remember one of the mayors and the greatest mayors of all time. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right
Franklin, and moving right ahead. And we're doing quite well, don't you think?
I would like to, before I sing, acknowledge the presence of some great supporters of Mayor Young's by the name of Ronaldo Benson, Mr. Levi Stubbs, and Mr. Abdul Fakir, the Four Tops. I'm going to ask that the choir join in with me on the chorus of this. Claudia.
We are on with Carmen Harlan and Devin Skillian back in our studio.
Hi, Carmen. Hi, Aretha.
First of all, what did it mean to you to be a part of this for Mayor Young? It was obviously quite a touching moment and moving moment for you.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I was just honored to have been asked to sing and just delighted to have sung for such a great man.
Talk a little bit, if you will, about the selection of songs today.
I sung I'll Fly Away, which I felt was appropriate. And it's one of my favorite songs, and I just wanted to do that for him. And also The Impossible Dream, which I felt was very appropriate and was certainly indicative of Mayor Young's tenure, not only in the city but nationally.
Tell me a Coleman.
And in the Democratic Party as well.
I'm sorry. Tell us the Coleman Young story.
A Coleman Young story, well, one of my fond memories of Mayor Young was, and I used to catch him off guard with this all the time, he was never quite ready for it. No matter how many times I saw him or wherever, I would say, "Good evening, Your Honoree," and it would just crack him up. He just loved it, and I loved springing it on him like that. It would just tickle him to no end. Because every now and then he would get a little ornery, so I think that's really what tickled him. It kind of touched his funny bone.
Take us back a little bit. I know that it was said in the church today that you had a relationship, a personal relationship with Mayor Young, your family.
Yes, that's right. For many, many years.
Tell us a little bit about the relationship. How back do you remember it?
We don't want to go back that far. Okay. Well, Dr. Young, who was the mayor's cousin and physician, delivered 2 of my children, and the Youngs and I have been friends for many, many years. Claudia, Dr. Young, and Sydney, and Juanita, and Bernice, and Barbara Parker, and Bernice Carter, and part of his administration. I've been very close to them, and just greatly admired Mayor Young.
What do you think will be Mayor Young's legacy?
And, he and my dad were great friends as well, and the Franklin family will always be grateful to him for C.L. Franklin Boulevard.
What do you think finally will be Mayor Young's legacy?
So many things. One of the greatest, integrating the police department, his leadership, no doubt, the scholarships. He was just involved in so many facets of the city, and I feel like he was very much the heart and soul of the city.
You were, if I may say so, visibly moved on that first song, The Impossible Dream.
Yeah.
You were.
I felt like shouting. I really did. I really did.
We could tell it was a wonderful moment, as it always is when we listen to you sing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's so nice to see you.
Okay, Emery.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And of course, Emery passed it on to her as well, that this service would not quite have been the same without her and her contributions. There were many special moments, one in particular, and I suppose we could thank Morris Hood for that, and he took time out during his remarks to introduce to the audience, and certainly or to the members there and to our television audience, Coleman Young Jr. And if you were with us last night on the Night Beat, you got a chance to, I hope you did, to see in an interview his thoughts about his father. Again, to wrap up our coverage here on Channel 4, WDIV, live in Detroit, and our special coverage of the mayor's funeral has forced the preempting of your favorite Channel 4 soap operas, but they will still air. So you need to set your VCRs for these times.
Today's episode, first off, of Days of Our Lives, will be seen overnight Saturday morning at 3:35 a.m. So you want to set your machine before you go to bed tonight.
Another World will air Sunday morning at 3:35, and so you want to set your machines for that before you go to bed tomorrow night. And we'll bring you the midday lottery numbers coming up on the Newsbeat at 5.
Much more coming up on the funeral, today's celebration of Coleman Young's life as we wrap things up. I think probably the best reflection on what we heard today. No fewer than 3 speakers pointed to the 2nd chapter of Timothy, which says, "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I've kept the faith."
Very well said. We thank you for joining us, and for Devin, Emery King, the rest of the Channel 4 team, I'm Carmen Harlan. We'll say goodbye with some lasting images from the funeral of Coleman Young, the mayor and the man.
To dream the impossible dream.
Let's celebrate the life and legacy of our mayor, Coleman Alexander Young. God bless you.
To fight the unbeatable foe.
I say to you, I love Coleman Alexander Young. And I love him for being a man with a capital M.
Long live the king. When Coleman Young walked into a room all by himself, he was never outnumbered.
He loved this city, he loved the people of the city, and the people of Detroit loved Mayor Coleman Young.
The spirit of Detroit is not in some green steel statue on the side of the building. The spirit of Detroit lies embodied within Coleman Alexander Young.
And said, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for a great man. And I know the 2 minutes is up, Mark. I know it's up. No, the mayor has told you, and you will be on your mission. And do your job. Do your job like I'm doing mine today. Thank you.
You ever know that you were my hero? Everything I wish that I could be. I can fly higher than an eagle. Oh, you are the wind beneath my wings.
We can go forward together because he dreamt the inconceivable, he thought the unthinkable, he reached the unreachable, and he did the impossible. And he is still telling us, go forward together. You can do it. You are the children of God. It doth not yet appear what you shall be, but go forward together, knowing that you've got what it takes to make life livable, love bearable, pain believable, trouble endurable, tragedy transformable, time redeemable, cities renewable, mountains movable, rivers crossable, hard work doable, justice achievable, freedom available, sickness curable, sin forgivable,